Hey guys, I wanted to do a little bit of something just to see whether or not these cases are correct online. So I'm seeing a lot of people have really weird 7700K temperature spikes. And I was like, does my CPU have temperature spikes? Well, the answer is yes. And I am actually very shocked. Uh, I haven't actually done this test, and I didn't do it with my 4790K either, which I probably should just to see if that CPU does the same thing. But here's what happened. Okay, I have my CPU overclocked to 4.8 gigahertz, which is a very common overclock for the 7700K. I have it overclocked to 4.8 at 1.28 volts. 1.28 volts. I ran the same test that a lot of other people are running. It's called OCCT. I ran the test, and here are some of the results that I got. So this is Core 3. Core 3 has some spikes. There's a big spike here, and there's a gigantic spike here. So I was wondering, maybe it's a voltage thing. Maybe it's a VIN. Well, no, it's not your VIN. It's not a VIN issue. Is it your CPU V core? And yes, it is my CPU V core. Now, I am using a pretty high-end board. It's the Gigabyte Gaming K7. I have VDroop enabled on the highest setting for VDroop just to make sure that my voltage is as stable as possible, and from this it's showing that it is not stable at all. This is not normal behavior for voltage, and I think that a lot of people are having this issue where the voltages are spiking whenever something happens with your CPU. So whenever it's doing the code, whenever it needs something, it spikes that voltage up. And so each spike that you see on the right hand side, this is the CPU core, this is the core voltage. So this is the temperature, this is the core. So right here, I have one at 1 tick over, right? 1 tick over. Oh, that is a spike in core voltage, a little bit. And then 1 tick over on 2, that is a spike on this as well. Small spike, but it is a spike. And then I have this gigantic temperature spike here. So this is supposed to be kind of sort of a slow increasing line, and I have these giant spikes here. This is spiking my temperature up to 93 degrees. That is not safe. That is not something that you want your CPU to be at a lot, which will happen if you know, that is a very high temperature spike on core 0 as well. This is core 0. This is core 3. What has happened here is my core voltage at 3 and over has spiked. For core 0, that's this gigantic spike. This spike right here is this gigantic spike. So what's happening is these motherboards that are working with Intel's CPU are making the core voltage go completely out of whack, and it's not the CPU VRMs either, because this is a very nice board and it has pretty nice CPU VRM. So what I'm thinking this is there's something in the CPU that wants more voltage than regular, and it's causing the V core to go absolutely nuts. And so I'm having a temperature spike of 93 degrees when the regular temperature increases only up to about 70 degrees. That's a 23 degrees delta. That's huge. So yes, this is a problem, Intel, and no, I'm not gonna stop overclocking my CPU. Get this fucking shit fixed. Get it fixed.